What's good, everyone out there in YouTube land? It's your boy DJ Too Legit here, and today I want to talk about speakers. As most of you know, or maybe you don't know, I've been a DJ for about 12 years now. I started in 2009, and I put my first system together, which consisted of a Windows laptop running virtual DJ with the RMX, the very first RMX controller. I also put together a speaker system which consisted of a set of PV1015P impulse speakers. They were 800 watt powered speakers and they were huge. I still own them. I just keep them in my attic. And they're so big and huge that I didn't even feel like getting them out of my attic for this video. I'll try to find a picture and post it in here so that you can see what they look like. But believe me, they were so big and huge that I didn't really enjoy taking them out on gigs. I used them with a Gemini subwoofer, 18-inch subwoofer that I got back then as well. Remember, I was new to DJing. Anyway, after about a year or two, I'm not really sure, of lugging those huge speakers around, Behringer came out with a set of B215Ds. I went to Guitar Center, played some music through them, and immediately fell in love. They sounded great, and the price point was very affordable. I ended up buying 6 of them. I was running a live sound business at the time as well, so those speakers really came in handy as monitors for the band. But here's the Behringer B215D right here. Like I said, I own 6 of these, and they became my main speaker for DJing gigs. Sometimes I would couple them with a powered sub, and sometimes I wouldn't, because they have a lot of good bass in the speaker. They also have a volume knob, a high and a low knob as well, so you can adjust the treble and the bass. But these speakers have served me well for the last 10 years. They don't weigh as much as the PVs, and they're not as big. These speakers only weigh 55 pounds, so they were really light in comparison for me. I really enjoyed them because I thought, wow, these speakers are so light and small in comparison to the 70-pound PV speakers that I used to have. But those Behringer speakers served me very well, and I still use them today on a lot of gigs. But one year I was at a wedding, and the DJ had a pair of speakers that I fell in love with. And they were the Yamaha DXR15s. I just fell in love with the speakers. And the biggest reason was because he was not using a sub with them, but I could have sworn that he had a sub somewhere. I was looking under his DJ table and everything, trying to find where the sub was, but he did not have one. He was using the Yamahas by themselves. So I went out and I bought a set. And these speakers are bigger than my Behringers, but man, they sound so good. As you see, I still have them today. I just don't hardly ever use them. So these speakers just sit around in my garage, not being used, because once again, for me, they're kind of big and heavy, and I don't have much room in my SUV, so that's always been an issue. But if you are looking for some great sounding speakers that have tremendous bass and an overall great sound, I recommend these. They're about, I think, 800 bucks a piece, but I bought them years ago. I don't even know if they still sell these, but they are great speakers. Anyway, I kept using these for DJing without a sub because the bass sounds so good on them. Then one year, I decided to go compact and I bought a Bose L1 Model 2 system. Yeah, I used that Bose L1 M2 system for a long time, for several years, and it sounded so good to me. And it was lightweight, compact. It had the B2 sub on it, which has 2 10-inch woofers in it. Sounded great. And I used that until a couple of years ago when I purchased a set of Evolve EV50s. And those things really rocked. And they were small and compact and lightweight, easy to set up, easy to transport, always satisfying the dance floor. I use them on countless gigs. I can't tell you how many gigs I use them on, and the people always enjoyed and loved the sound. Those have been the speakers I've been using for the last couple of years. Until recently, I've been visiting a lot of DJ sets, and my friends have been rocking a pair of tops on speaker poles with an 18-inch sub. And I tell you, I just fell in love with that 18-inch sub all over again. So now that's my main rig. It's 2 top speakers and an 18-inch sub. That's my go-to rig. The thing is, I'm tired of lugging around the Behringer speakers. They just take up too much room in my SUV and they're too big, in my opinion. So I came up with another idea, which was the QSC K10.2s. This little speaker here has changed my world. I recently purchased the QSC KS118 subwoofer, and I've been using that on a lot of gigs this year, and I've been using it with my Behringer speakers. However, I wanted to upgrade it to a better speaker. I had been looking at the QSC K12.2s. However, those speakers are kind of big as well. So as I was searching for speakers, I ran across the K10.2s and immediately fell in love. The reason I fell in love with these speakers is because they are so small, so lightweight, yet so powerful. They deliver such a powerful punch and they sound great with my KS118 subwoofer. If you look up the specs of the K10.2 versus the K12.2, the thing that I found so surprising was the specs are exactly the same except for the woofer. The K12.2 has a 12-inch woofer where the K10.2 has a 10-inch woofer. But everything else, as far as the tweeters, the power that drives up, everything, the amp, they are identical. The K10.2 and the K12.2 have the exact same specs. The K12.2 has a slightly louder SPL, but it's not that much. Now, if we compare those 3 speakers, you see that the K10.2 is so much smaller than the Behringer and the Yamaha. Yet, it delivers such a powerful punch. You can use it by itself and rock a party, or you can add an 18-inch powered sub with it and really deliver a powerful punch on the dance floor. It fits great in my SUV. It hardly takes up any space at all. And that's what I'm constantly looking for, is a way to make transport, load in, and set up as easy and efficient as possible for me, since I'm only one person. I don't have an assistant, and I don't ever plan on having one. So yeah, if you guys are looking for a great top speaker that you want to add with your powered subwoofer, I highly recommend the QSC K10.2. It's my go-to speaker of choice from now on, even over the EV50s. I'm going to grab my set of K10.2s with my powered subwoofer, and I'm ready to rock a party. I'm only going to use my EV50s on small gigs, not even medium-sized gigs. All right, you guys, I hope you found this video helpful or useful. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think. It's all good. I welcome everybody's opinion. And that's all this is. This is just my own opinion on some DJ gear. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.